So let's discuss more about certifications and additional education. So first is, how do you even figure out what you need? The first is, there's a website called ONET, and it specifically shows all different types of jobs and what you would actually do in those jobs and the specific technology or skills you would need. It does cover like everything, even like ticket attendee at the circus. Like, it covers everything, but it can have some additional insights like, oh, I didn't know you needed Amazon Web Service certification here. So that's a great place to look, just to get your bearings, see what's really out there. The next is, it sounds so basic, but it's just qualitative research by looking up jobs. I want you to go on LinkedIn, Indeed, all of those, start looking up jobs in the industry and just make note. What are these common technologies you're seeing, common skills, common expertise areas that you're seeing over and over and over in these jobs that you want, or the industry that you want? I don't want you to note the one where it's just one time listed and you're like, I got to get that certification. I want the ones where it's listed multiple times. That's going to be a good indicator of what's worth spending your time on and money on in terms of additional education. So what I usually do is I either make a Word document or a spreadsheet, and I just go through and I'm like, oh, another check for Amazon Web Services, another check for Python, whatever it might be. So that's a great way just to like get down and dirty in its current job, so you know exactly that it's current material. And then the next is informational interviews and networking. It all comes back to that. When you're doing these informational interviews, you can say, listen, what is some technology that you absolutely need to know to do this job? Or what's some that you really wish more people came in with and they don't? Those could be great ideas. Or even expertise area. Maybe it's just a simple, like you're taking a free Excel course one time on Coursera just because you want to be a little more up to date on it. That's perfect. So start asking those questions as well, and you will really see what needs to be done. In terms of where to get them, there are so many places, especially from the pandemic. We are in like prime time for access to free education. So Coursera's one, Khan Academy. There's multiple online schools like Harvard, Stanford. A lot of them have free stuff. Local university executive trainings / certificates. We are around some of the best universities, so it will always look good on your resume. And they have tons of certifications specifically meant for professionals that are like later in their career. So GW, Georgetown, American, George Mason, all of them have good stuff. So that's a great place to look to, especially if you're like, I'm willing to throw down some money and commit to a certification in this, because there are some good things. I know when people are thinking about either switching industries or starting their own job, a common one is coaching, business coaching, life coaching, career coaching, because a lot of you I know are probably in a helper mindset. So coaching tends to be a really good field for you. So if you'd like to consider a coaching certification, there are so many different organizations, but there's IPEC, International Association of Coaching. There's a positive psychology coaching, the International Coaching Federation, ICF, that's kind of the gold standard one. So those are just a few examples. And after this, I have a full resources page with everything. So don't even worry, I got a link to everything I've listed. Assessments are also a really good thing to get certified in. That is great for HR positions, learning and development, any type of coaching. Because a lot of companies, even if this is just for freelance, a lot of companies say, listen, we want to do a team building retreat and we need someone to go through this Gallup strengths assessment with us. Who can we get? And you get paid mad money to come in one time and say, hey, this is how you interpret your Gallup results. This is what it means for your team. So there are tons and tons of different certifications that are just fantastic. So Gallup Strengths, DISC, Myers-Briggs, Strong Interest Inventory. That's great for career coaches if you want to see like what jobs would be good for them. Hogan Assessment. There's an executive certification in facilitation at Georgetown. So the options are endless, but these are things you want to start considering in terms of what should be the next step for your education.